Well, hello there, YouTube. We are back on the Spyder, the F3 Spyder, F3S to be specific. And after the harrowing experience of that noisy shield, I took the shield off of this thing. It only takes a moment to take it off. So I took that shield off, and the noise just seems normal. Kind of like what you would get riding a bike with no shield. Just normal wind noise. But I'm heading directly south at the moment. And just admiring the mountains out there that I'm sure you can't see, unfortunately. Sometimes, surprisingly, they show up. Mount St. Helens and Mount Rainier. But I don't know what it is about that shield. It rolls over. And like I say, the wind is something just hit me, and that's one of the reasons I'm going north to Chehalis, if I even finish that sentence. But too many things going on at the same time. We'll finish with one here. A big wasp just hit me in the face shield there, and that's why I'm heading north to Chehalis. I need to get some AA and AAA batteries. I'm getting low on them, and I'm gonna grab some bee and wasp spray, because I walked out in my back patio and there's literally like 1,000 of them swirling around like they're about to build a nest up under the overhang. I go to open up the back door, and there's like 6 or 7 wasps trying to go through the window, you know, the glass on the door. And I turn around and it's like, oh my lord, it's like somebody stirred up a hornet's nest in there or something. But no nest got stirred, but nests are about to be built. I'm gonna go out there and blast them all. But before I went there, I thought I would take a little roll around my Howe Road area. Man. So speaking of bees and bugs, now here's a traditional trike. It looks like a Volkswagen looking thing. It is. But anyways, because we had such a mild winter, we can see already that the bees are going to be a huge issue this year. I mean, you usually don't see any bees this time of year, but they're out in droves now. So to make matters worse, Kelly reads a thing about a semi-truck hauling millions and millions of bees, and you know, the little beehives, the little crate looking things, and it overturned up in Seattle and released millions and millions of bees up there. So yeah, let's just make matters even worse. Man, what a beautiful day. It's already over 70 degrees. It's 71. Actually, it's bouncing between, it's weird, it's bouncing between 71 and 73. It seems kind of odd, isn't it? Now it's sticking with 73. I can believe that. It was 71 about a half an hour ago as I was getting ready to roll. But we can't not have the F3 at home and miss out on a Howe Road run, right? Oh, look at this. She's starting to take on her beauty once again. Oh, hell yeah. Man, the last few times I've come through here, it's just been so dead looking. That, you know, that typical winter look. I'm so ready for summer to be here. I don't know how long I didn't look. All I know is that today and tomorrow, I think either today or tomorrow, one of the two is supposed to be in the 80s. beautiful day to take a Spyder F3 for a ride. Kick back and cruise. I actually love the no shield feeling on a bike anyway. It's not always the best way to go, because especially for traveling, because that just beats you down after a while. So general tools, you know, the little telescoping mirrors for technicians. What do we got here? Oh, a water pump. Thought, what the hell is that sitting in the field? Anyway, this is a plastic mirror, and I just took the telescope and the pivot off of this thing. It's plastic. It's a plastic mirror, but I can just stick it in my pocket and look up at my my GoPro lens at any time just to see how we're doing. And the reason I brought that with me today is because with no shield, anything, I mean, that thing's out in the open. So at some point I'll be cleaning off the lens today for sure. But these mirrors are too hard to roll that far over and see, because they're actually coming underneath. Actually, I've noticed from your view, you don't see the mirrors at all because the switch clusters, the handlebars and stuff are in the way. I actually kind of like when I can see through the mirrors on vloggers. It's kind of, I don't know, it gives it more of a real look. I've often, but I use the mirrors too much, but I've often thought it'd be cool to get your app out and set your camera up so that the viewer can see out the rear mirror, out the mirrors. When I used to use the side mounts, you could see out of the mirrors a lot of times. And I think that's cool. It gives you more of the real experience. Some crazy guy's tailgating you, and you could actually, you as the viewer can see that. I like it. You know, so I come through here in the winter, and I think I was on the DR or the iron, and I stood up and I realized that is one hell of a cliff. Dropping down to a swampy valley down there. Whew. The thought of running off and going tumbling down that thing is a little concerning. But there's a lot of trees that haven't even started to bloom yet. Like these here, just beautiful, lush trees. Yeah, they just got buds on them right now. Looks like they're keeping with the regular schedule around here. Please tell me he's just stopped and I'm not going to have to follow him. He's waving me by. I'm telling you what. You know how I tell you I'm not one of these people that like a whole lot of attraction, flashy bikes and stuff like that, for whatever reason, and maybe I just have a mute sense of what people think because I'm around bikes all the time. You know, the color of this thing's bright and all, but it's mostly a dark colored bike. So I don't think of this thing as being overly flashy, you know. Wow, does this thing get a lot of attention? If you are somebody that loves people to ooh and ah and Google over your oodle, I said Google, oodle over your bikes and your possessions, an F3 will get that done. So the F3S that's white with the red frame. We got a customer that bought two of them for him and his wife, and he ordered the same color red or orange, whatever you want to call this, that this is what his frame is, but he's got white bodywork. And if you look at the RSS Special Series, that weird, I call it the Rio de Janeiro or the Brazilian colored one, it's all them pastel colors. But anyway, it has wheels the same color as this. He purchased those wheels and put it on their F3s. Wow, is that amazing. Actually, I have a picture of that. I'll plug that in so you can see what it looks like with them red wheels. Man, I can imagine the attention that he gets has got to be phenomenal. It's amazing to people that just rubberneck when they see this thing. I kind of got this thing where, you know, I want to I want to hide, you know. But yeah, she's an attention getter. This is dangerous to come out of this because a car can be over that hill and you don't see it. You need to like wait a second, make sure nothing's coming down in the background, because if you do a quick glance, you think, oh, there's nothing there, and dive out. Man, does this thing pull nice. You just have no idea. You know, and I watch the videos and there's like no sensation of the sheer acceleration of this thing. And I'm like, wow, the viewers are just not getting the sensation at all of what this thing's doing. They just flat rip. I don't know what the top speed is on it. I don't really know of any place safe that I want to do something like that. So you can call me a chicken, you can call me what you want, but one of the two things you guys need to understand is, one, this is not my motorcycle, and so when I'm on this thing riding it around, you know, really, if it boils right down to it, I'm representing my employer riding this thing as a demonstrator. I'm not a customer taking it out for the weekend. You know, I'm an employee riding a demo bike of the store. So if I get some ticket or do something stupid and get in trouble, that's not just going to reflect on me. So bear with me. But I really don't go too crazy anyway. As any of you guys that watch me a lot know that. You're gonna see people go crazy on stuff. There's a lot of that on YouTube. I watch those things too. So this wind noise pretty much sounds about the same as what it does on my DR. So, and that can be pretty loud too. And the way I have my sound system set up on my my big screen at home, the sound is kind of dominant. In fact, I've done quite, you have no idea how much video I've done riding this thing already. And a lot of it, I just deem it absolutely useless. In fact, the very first one, which I'm going to release tomorrow morning, is you'll see parts of that where you literally can hardly hear me. And if you play it with a surround sound where, you know, you get good bass and everything else, it yeah, you can hardly make me out in a lot of the footage. You know, riding with nothing at all, I am getting turbulence off of that gauge, which is, you know, kicking, and actually I'm not getting blown by the wind that much. My face is pretty much straight in it, but you're just getting normal helmet noise, and these microphones seem to just like magnify everything, which is good because you hear everything, but it's bad trying to find that balance between hearing the bike, hearing the wind, and still being able to clearly hear what I say. I don't know what the magic answer is. I know using the Cena setup seems to do absolutely the best job at doing that, but there's and I shouldn't be negative about it, because the 20S does a phenomenal job, way better than before in relation to recording to a GoPro. As far as communication back and forth to people, the SMH10's perfectly fine. The speakers for the 20S have a little more bass, it's a little easier to hear, but I'm referring to recording to a GoPro using the Cena audio pack, the the audio pack for GoPro. That works really, really well. And that'll help mute some of the wind. But, I don't know, their case is big and gaudy, and I don't know. You would think wireless would be less hassle than wired, but I've got this thing. I mean, all I'm doing is just plugging a USB in the side of it. Of course, I forgot to do that several times before. I have taken off and literally recorded an hour without knowing that thing was unplugged. Wow, that is like really loud. Anyway, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna see who this is on the phone, and we'll have plenty to talk about here. So take care now. Thanks for watching.